Hello, and welcome to 12-Minute Meditation, a weekly podcast from Mindful and mindful.org that offers mindfulness meditations backed by neuroscience. Research shows that just 12 minutes of meditation a day can yield benefits like increased attention, focus, creativity, calm, resilience, and compassion. So on this podcast, we invite you to explore 12-minute guided meditations from today's leading mindfulness experts. I'm Siri Myram, editor at Mindful and mindful.org. We often imagine that our actions are the result of choice and awareness, which means that we can be extra critical of ourselves when we're struggling with habits that aren't serving us. But researchers in the science of habit and craving have found that much of our decision-making process is the result of unconscious neurochemical loops that reinforce themselves over time. In this meditation, author and researcher Judson Brewer introduces a thoughtful way to bring genuine awareness and choice back into the equation when cravings arise. Judson Brewer is a New York Times best-selling author and thought leader in the field of habit change and the science of self-mastery, who blends over 20 years of experience with mindfulness training and a career in scientific research. Ready to practice? Here's Judson Brewer.
We can begin just by settling into a comfortable posture, whatever that posture is for us right now. And just checking in with our bodies. How do our bodies feel and hold this moment? Perhaps checking in with our feet and other touch points, the knees, the hips, our hands, our shoulders. And even this breath, breathing itself. Just being really curious. What's alive for us right now in our bodies? For the next few minutes, we'll play with working with craving. So once we're settled and anchored in this body, just bringing to mind something that really gets our juices flowing. Whether it's a food, something else that we really like, we're also bringing to mind those itches that we feel like we have to scratch. Many of us that are in inbox zero, this constant race to keep our inboxes and our email accounts as small as possible. You can bring this to mind. What does it feel like when I open up my computer and I have 58 new emails in the last hour? So whether it's something pleasant or whether it's something unpleasant that we feel like we have to deal with, just bringing that situation to mind. Really checking in to see what this urge to do something feels like in our body. This urge to hold on to the pleasant or the urge to make the unpleasant go away. And as we identify where it is in the body, We can dial up the curiosity. What does it feel like? Perhaps even naming to ourselves the physical sensations that are most predominant. We can even explore how this feeling shifts and changes as we bring this curious awareness to it. We can even dial up the curiosity a little bit more. If we had to pick, is it more on the right side or the left side of our body? Is it more in the front or the back of our body? And what happens simply by curiously exploring where it is? How long does this sensation last? Is one sensation replaced by another that becomes more predominant? And if we notice that the sensation is fading away, that was brought up by imagining that food or the email inbox, noticing what it feels like now just to rest in awareness in the body. Noticing what it feels like to know that we can become aware of these sensations, that we don't have to be slaves to our cravings. We can explore them with curiosity, moment to moment. So for the next few minutes, simply resting in awareness of our bodies, being on the lookout for those urges to get lost in fantasies, those urges to beat ourselves up over something that might have happened earlier in the day or in the week. Just diving right in. Exploring. Holding each sensation with this kind, curious awareness.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of 12-Minute Meditation from Mindful and mindful.org. I hope you enjoyed practicing with us today. Sign up for our free newsletter at mindful.org/signup. And if you'd like to explore additional related content and meditations, check the show notes for links.